And we're back. We are with another We Try Stuff. We're your hosts. I'm the RPG guy, and with me is the lovely Me Plus.
Hello.
As well as everybody's favorite cute Doge, the Maze. Maze! Doji. Do. And today we're going to be trying coffee products, Japanese coffee products. But specifically, when we were at the store, we noticed tons of brands. Maybe not tons, but there was at least one whole shelf dedicated to Japanese coffee at one of the places we were at. Now, it was a mix of like 4 brands, but we decided that we would start with the one that you've seen in Japanese videos and I saw in Japan, which is UCC. This is not everything that they have. This is just what we saw that was a good starting point. As we have regular coffee, we have sweetened coffee, we have coffees and cream, we have latte, and then we have a little fun one at the end, which is a matcha latte. So it's a nice spread, and for what it's worth, we're going to work our way from the closest thing to regular coffee all the way through to the matcha latte, and then obviously the sweetened stuff that's throughout here. I believe this is even sweetened as well. Well, this is matcha with milk, so it doesn't say that it's sweetened, but the idea is that all of these have milk. These ones don't, as well as this one hiding right over here. But this one is sweetened, so we're going to go through all of this with you guys as we do it. You know what they say about coffee? Won't give us the shits later, I'll tell you that.
No.
Alright, well, let's get started with our first one, shall we? So, these ones, strangely enough, came in the giant size here. Why don't we move this one back over here for now? And this is just iced coffee Shokunin Moto from UCC. All that's in here ingredients-wise is water and coffee. 0 calorie. This is the, your basic iced coffee. This thing was $2.99. So it was $3. No, it was $4. It was $3.99.
Oh,
it was $3.99. I'm sorry. It was $3.99. Which, when you think about the price of some of these other ones, this isn't too bad.
Oh, that's true.
If you want to add your own stuff to it, because there's probably 2 to 3 cans worth in here. What is this? 30.5 fluid ounces almost versus 11 fluid ounces. So it's like 2.5 cans in here. So. Alright, so we're not going to pour this in any glasses. You guys know what iced coffee looks like. These are cold. Or they're mostly cold. We've been trying to avoid room temperature, so... Would you like to go first? Now, you're not as big into coffee.
So this is a 0 on the 0, 1, 2 scale.
Yeah, and I think it's sweet and then the sweetest. And we don't have the sweetest one here. Or it's sweet with cream.
It smells pretty nice.
Oh crap, I think that's exactly what number 2 is. We can pull out Google Translate and look. It smells like coffee. It doesn't smell burnt.
It's got some interesting things. It's got some sweet and some bitter notes.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Like, I usually put a little sugar in my iced coffee, or I do milk with no sugar. Sometimes I do both, but I mean, if you just wanted a thing of iced coffee for $4 and you wanted to be able to make 2 iced coffee, regular sized iced coffees with it, this isn't bad. I mean, in the general gist of things, for us being Americans, this is kind of unnecessary. Right? You just brew your own coffee in a coffee pot, right? Or, if you have a Keurig.
You're on the go, man.
But yeah, if you're on the go and you just want regular coffee, flavored coffee, iced coffee, this is definitely better than some of the stuff we've had around here. So yeah, we'll get through some of these pretty quick because there's nothing to it. It's just coffee. Now we have UCC black coffee, all natural, unsweetened coffee drink. So this one's a little more intricate. I don't know if there's a difference between it because this doesn't. If this says all natural, I can't read that, so it might say all natural, it might not. I'm not going to worry about it. But we saw this too, and this has 5 calories in it, whereas that has 0.
Where's
So,
the calories
it's
from?
one carbohydrate, and it doesn't say where it's from.
Are there...
Water and coffee. So somehow, there's 5 calories in this, but there's 0 calories in that.
Well,
So,
maybe they're more faithful. Like, you know how you don't really have to say you got 5
well,
calories.
anything under 5 calories can be 0. But if it's over 5 calories, you have to say it's 5 calories. I think that's the law. This smells very different. It still smells like coffee. It still smells like coffee, but...
It smells more of like a chocolatey coffee, you know?
Yeah, but it's not chocolate in it, but... It's definitely a different beast. Now, this coffee here was $2.49.
Well, that's a much milder taste. It's almost water.
Yeah, I almost don't take... Yeah, compared to that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think this is much better
Yeah.
than this.
I mean, it's cool. It comes in a little aluminum bottle, but
Yeah, I don't know. For $2.50, that's kind of not my deal. I'd rather pay $1.50 more to have
maybe
2.5 times the cost.
coffee is too offensive to you, but you still want to look like you're drinking coffee.
Maybe the whole point of the natural is that it is a less potent coffee.
Maybe it's like drip brewed.
Yeah, I mean, you and I are more tea drinkers anyway, so this...
What's the name for that? The drip brew, like how they used to make coffee like way back up there, where it would just be just the grounds and they'd have the water go through.
I used to know. I don't anymore. I got out of coffee.
Because I bet that's what the smaller one is, and this one's like, you know, you turn on your thing.
It's very possible. Very likely. Now this one is iced coffee, Shokunin Taito, water, coffee, sugar, acesulfame, potassium. Probably a preservative because there is sugar in here.
I see.
So
don't want the sugar eating the coffee.
Man, you don't want it to mold. I know it's more complicated than that, but this is a very similar label as to this one. Other than that, on the side it actually says number 2. And then I think it's one sweet, and then there's either a sweeter one or it's got cream in it and sugar. You want to do this one first?
I don't. It's almost a savory smell.
Oh, you think so? Is it like the other one?
It smells like instant noodle to me.
Oh no, we've already lost. The instant noodle has destroyed our brains.
That one smells sweet.
They smell the same to me. Almost the same.
That one smells strong.
Okay.
Oh,
You don't like? Okay, so this is clearly the light. I looked on the side, this is 13 calories. So maybe this is half sweet and full sweet. But,
why does that one taste worse than this one, though?
because the little bit of sweetness isn't helping it. There's also potassium in this.
It tastes wrong. It tastes chemical.
Yeah, well, that might be the acesulfame.
Are you supposed to
and
shake
potassium.
it first, maybe?
No, doesn't say to.
Yeah?
Where did you see that?
I don't know, but I can't read this, so I don't know how you can.
It would say it here. On the English part.
Close it, give it a little shake. It's coffee, it's not gonna fucking explode.
Bah!
Okay.
Almost tastes like cigarettes.
Yeah, that one's not good.
Yeah, I don't know what they did. That potassium, acesulfame potassium.
So far, this one's been the best, then this one, then this one. I worry about these.
I think these will be good going forward. I drink a lot of this in Japan, so I am familiar with original blend UCC coffee with milk since 1969. Yeah, so this is water, sugar, skim, milk powder, coffee, whole milk powder, sucrose, fatty acid esters. Contains milk. Yeah, this is just your straight sweet.
A whole 140 calories.
It's going to be sweet. Now this, for anybody wondering, it looks like coffee with cream in it. That's all it looks like. That's what all of these are going to look like until we get to this. Just because it brings back strange memories. Because it was the only can immediately I could read. Because it was actually in English, strangely enough.
Don't want to be drinking any fish juice.
Yeah, standard. It's standard. It's good. It's not gonna blow your mind, but it's a standard coffee drink.
That's kind of interesting.
It's nice. It's smooth. But it's not...
It's got this one bold taste right at the end, right at the tip. You get that?
Yeah, I like it. It's not bad. Like... It's smooth in the beginning, and then it's got something at the end, a little something at the end that keeps you wanting to try it again.
It's real. It's like it's okay. I'll raise a finger when that part hits. Ready?
Oh, okay.
Like, why?
That is one of the things with tasting things. There's stages of the taste, right? There's the initial taste. There's what happens kind of in the middle, and then there's whatever lingers behind. And yeah.
And it goes right here.
And those lingering things can be good. Sometimes they're bad. Those middle things can be good. Sometimes they're bad. Sometimes the initial thing is bad. But it tastes good after that. That's why sometimes drinking multiple sips or tastes of anything, just don't taste it the first time and go, ugh, it tastes nasty, I don't want it. No, try another bite and then see how you feel.
Another bite of your drink.
That's pretty good. This was $1.99. Oh, actually, no, it was $1.49. It was $1.49 for that.
It's like, okay, it's like, it's smooth yet cold. It goes milk, iced coffee. Wait. Straight coffee.
It is standard. It's not like, oh, you're a coffee fan, this is gonna freaking take you to Mars.
Well, no, it's just.
But it's good. I can't think of too many American canned or bottled coffees that aren't Starbucks or Dunkin'. 'Cause I know the two of them do it, and I think their stuff is so overly sweet. This is a nice.
Oh, I used to get Dunkin' cold brew. You know those like jugs are like.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people get those, and because they sell those at the stores. The nearest Dunkin' to us is like 5 miles away. I
spend like a week or two drinking it.
Okay, I mean, and then there's the frappuccinos in the glass bottles that people get.
Those, and
the other ones, and those are really strong.
Dangerous.
Now I do know that there's other brands of coffee drink. It's not just Starbucks and Dunkin', but from the ones that I've had, including those two, I've had others outside of that over the years. That's like the most smoothest in milk compared to anything you get out of Dunkin' or Starbucks or their ilk. So that is nicer to me, and maybe I'm a little biased because that's what I drank a lot of every morning in Japan when I was in Japan, and it was fine. I enjoyed it. It was, I didn't trust myself to work any of the coffee pots that I had available to me in the rooms. Because they actually had them. They had those, and
you can clog it to spill out.
No, I stayed at 3 different hotels when I was there, and they each had like a thing to make hot water, and they also had the things to make coffee with them. But I couldn't read the labels and the instructions, so I was like, you know what? I'll just go outside, found the vending machine that had like 20 different drinks in it. I said, that looks like coffee. I think I'll have that, and it was fine. And then I got into tea a lot. Well, that's actually between the UK and Japan. That's really how I got into tea.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Between those two places.
The two places that drink tea all the fucking time, those two?
Yeah. Earl Grey with a little bit of lemon, and then If I'm drinking coffee, a little bit of cream and a little bit of sugar goes a long way. Or I drink it black. Either way. But those are the two ways I would do that. So let's move on to the next one, which is 20 calories less versus the 140 over there. This is the UCC Hawaii Kona blend coffee. Now, when I was in Japan, strangely enough, I did not see this one when I was there. So I don't know if this is a Hawaiian thing, or maybe I just, where I was, they didn't have it, which is probably more likely. The vending machines that I saw didn't actually have this one. So I've never had this one. So you want to go first? And we'll spoil these. So it looks like, actually, look at it, it's darker. Look.
Alright, for y'all at home. Okay, this one is chocolate milk color. You can see a little bit on the lip here. This one looks like it actually has no milk in it.
But it does. No, it has a little bit.
It's maybe like a melted dark chocolate color.
Yeah, dark chocolate versus like milk chocolate. So Hawaiian. Still having nightmares from the Hawaiian Sun episode. We were so full of fluid. Smells like coffee.
You get that Clorox wipe taste in there?
No.
Oh.
This is definitely more sugary sweet than this one.
I mean, it ends off better, but there's something in the sip I took where it's like, Clorox wipe. Like.
I'll try it again.
No, I'm still getting it. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm gonna change this up actually. From our original layup, I just realized this is milk tea, and then this is matcha tea. So we're gonna do the coffee one next. Make sure we keep all the coffees the same. That seem fair?
It's okay. It's like there's the coffee and there's the sugar, and they're not mixing for me. They're two different things.
So it's pretty much the same ingredients. You've got water, sugar, skim milk, coffee. Water, sugar. Actually, strangely enough, water, sugar, skim milk, powder, coffee is the order here. Over here, it's water, sugar, coffee, skim milk, powder. So
that's why that's one so brighter.
Yeah, and this has more coffee in it than milks. The milks, and it also has artificial flavor. This one. So there's a bit more going on. So I honestly, this is gonna be
maybe that's what I'm getting with the Clorox wipe.
This is gonna be. I don't think it's.
You ever get like artificial vanilla?
Oh, it contains no less than 10% Kona coffee. So it would be Hawaiian coffee beans. That's what they're trying to sell you on. I don't get the Clorox wipe thing, but
I guess Hawaii just shouldn't make coffee beans.
No, don't say that. They have a coffee industry that's really big.
Oh.
Yeah, they take pride in that. It could just be theirs isn't very good.
I'm just some white chick.
Well, it's it's a West Coast thing for sure. You hear about Hawaiian coffee joints and stuff. Yeah, I think there's one. I think there used to be one anyway on the Redondo Beach Pier that just had Hawaiian coffee, and it was Kona. It was called Kona Coffee, and it's its own thing. It's its own entity. But I'll be fair, is that I think it's a preference. You're either gonna like, if you don't like this one, you'll probably like this one. If you don't like this one, you'll probably like this. So I did a switcheroo because I realized this is a milk tea and this is also a latte tea, a matcha latte tea. So we'll do these at the end. This one here is called Caffe Latte, rich and creamy. It's very creamy. And this one's 120 calories, but this is a much smaller bottle. 337 milliliter to 260. This one's got a pretty oh wow, maltodextrin, so that's gonna be interesting.
What?
Water, whole milk, sugar, coffee, concentrated milk, whole milk powder, maltodextrin, so unfermentable sugar.
Oh.
Sucrose, fatty acid, esters, salt, polyglycerol esters of fatty acids, and carginian, and caragnan, something weird. The reason people ask me this too, how do you know that maltodextrin is unfermentable sugar? I brew my own beer. We put that in beers because we want, like, let's say I make Okay, with milk stout, we'll use lactose because lactose doesn't ferment properly. So you get a sweet milk stout. But if we want, like, some kind of sugary sweetness, and let's say a red ale maybe, or a cream ale is a good one. No, we do use lactose for that too. But maltodextrin, the idea is that it's not, I believe it's not a fermentable sugar. I could be wrong. Now I'm double second guessing myself. So I'm just going to stop there. But lactose is usually not a fully fermentable sugar, and that's for cream ale and milk stouts. And then I want to say maltodextrin is also a non-fermentable sugar. Yeah, I'll double check. I'll have to double check my recipes. I use it in a couple, and I remember them being like sweet beers. Like beers that have a little tinge of sweetness on the end of their aftertastes. Okay, so go ahead, Meeps, do the honors if you'd like with this one. So this one here was $2.50, as was this one over here. These two were both $1.49. So these are actually the cheapest ones on our menu, so to speak. Because if you do, technically it's the same price as the same amount of one of these, because these are like 2.5 at $4. 2.5 servings at $4. But these actually have cream and milk in them, or cream and sugar in them.
You don't feel it very much, huh?
Oh, wow. So for those of you wondering, they literally fill it to here. There's a lot of empty space in this thing. Actually, it's lower than that. It's actually down here. We didn't check it with the other one. We'll have to check it with this one. UCC, you need to fill your freaking containers. They filled these two fine. Let me see if it's... check that. Very rich. It smells funny. It's rich. Okay. I think the rich that they're saying is rich is just sugar. It's just sweet. It's I almost, you know, the reason I took a second to smell, you know what it smells like to me? A Werther's Original. Which for those
smells more like a rotten Tootsie Roll to me.
Which for those of you wondering is an old people's caramel candy. But it doesn't taste like a Werther's Original, not really. Maybe a little bit, but there's no caramel.
It tastes okay. It tastes as good as...
The creamy is the same amount of creaminess in these two guys, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
But it's got a sweetness, and then it carries in. There's two different types, like the one in the beginning, which is just a sweet, and then the one on the end, which is like a heavy sweetness. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, you know, they gotta work with what they got. You got 120 calories, and it sits on a shelf, and you know.
Again, I still will say this. I think it comes down to a personal preference between the three. But at $2.50 for one of these, you're getting ripped off. You're getting very little coffee, so you better really like that one. I think my favorite was actually the original UCC so far. That's been my favorite the whole time.
Yeah.
But we're not done yet.
These other two just tasted funky.
They taste different to that. This one, like I said, these two are interchangeable based on your preferences. This one...
They just don't give you enough.
They don't give you very much. And then the rich...
Not, like, amazing.
Yeah, it's not blowing my mind. And for it to be more expensive for less beverage is a point of contentment. So you've had Assam before, right? Assam tea.
Yeah.
We had a different brand. You got some, and it had boba in it and stuff.
No,
so then we might have to do an
honeydew flavor.
Yeah. I forget the name of that brand, but they're from Taiwan. But we get them at the Japanese store.
Well, that's for boba.
Well, yeah, that's true. And then, excuse me. So this one is milk tea, artificial flavor, contains Assam tea. Maybe we'll do an episode on milk tea, canned milk teas for you guys. With and without because yeah, there was like 10 cans of different things up there. This has 130 calories. Its ingredient list is actually the longest of everything here. Water, whole milk, sugar, black tea, Assam 100%, whole milk powder, skim milk powder, maltodextrin, Sucrose, fatty acid esters, artificial flavor, carrageenan, cellulose gel, contains milk. Contains
Dude,
milk.
why is
I would hope that the milk tea contains milk. If it doesn't, we have... What's in the can? What's in the can?
Why is this stuff making me so tired? With my luck, it's gonna fucking constipate me.
Oh god, with me, it's gonna run right through me. I'll sit there by the power of Grayskull. Alright. Alright, well, you're the milk tea aficionado.
Oh, yeah?
You drink more milk tea than I ever have.
Alright, it's a lighter color than
All the coffees.
all the coffees. There's a milk tea, huh? So it's not even coffee.
No, these last two are not coffee, to my knowledge.
Oh, it smells good.
Oh my god, this one's got the longest ingredient list. You're gonna hear us do that a lot on these drinking ones. I think we got a couple more drinking ones planned. Yeah, that smells like tea.
I mean, it's artificial still, just like all the other ones, but like...
It tastes the
like
best. I like it. I like it more than the coffees.
It has almost like a
Okay, that's not true.
fruit candy quality to it.
The sweetness gives a hint of fruit flavor, but it's not like any fruit I can pinpoint.
It's got a slight fruitiness to it.
I think that's just the Assam, the black tea.
Hmm.
That's good. I like it. I like it better. I like these two things equally. This and this. If I'm in the mood for coffee, that is what I would go for. If I'm in the mood for milk tea in a can, I would go for that. That's $1.50. So that's not too... They're both $1.50, so it just depends on my mood. That's not bad. And you liked it really a lot, right?
Yes.
By the power of Grayskull. So that's good. Well, there you go. I could have the coffee, and you could have the tea. And if you just were tired of the milk tea, you could have the coffee, and I could have the tea. There we go. And it's still made by UCC. So again, I shouldn't call this entire episode coffee. I should call it coffee and tea. Coffee and tea.
I'm gonna go that's
Coffee and tea. God damn it. And so, yeah, that's good. That's good. And for $1.50, that's for a canned instant beverage, that's not too bad. I mean, when you think about how much boba costs, like...
Boba's pretty pricey.
Even without the boba in it, if you just get milk tea somewhere, it's like, here in LA County, like a milk tea will run you like $6.
Yeah.
And it's maybe, okay, and to be fair to that, it's maybe 2 cans of this worth of milk tea. But I'd rather just buy 2 cans of this for $3 and pay half the price. Aww, she's a good girl. Sleepy girl. She got steak tonight. Tummy's so full. She got to eat part of a tomahawk steak. Yeah, she's happy.
She's like, what is that?
She's got the itis. The meat-itis. Alright, and last on our menu here is the UCC Matcha Latte, which is, I think it says Ulji Matcha. It's kind of in cursive, and that's, I think it's UG Matcha from Kyoto. And it's matcha with milk, which I've actually never had milk ever in my matcha green tea that I've ever had. So this is going to be quite interesting. This was $2.50. It's a small can just like the other two, so that's concerning. I'll let you do the honors. You can give it a shot, make sure it's nice and mixed. It's carbonated, get down! We were talking about doing another Ramune episode where we take all the flavors of Sangaria Ramune, and we also found a Naruto Ramune drink. If you want to see that, say so in the comments below.
You know, your average pastel green.
Looks like matcha green tea with milk in it.
It's almost kind of brownish on the lid, actually.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's not really green. It's more like a tan. It's like a tan color with a green tinge to it. That's got to be the milk doing that.
Yeah.
I didn't really read the
Smells kind of like
ingredients.
a green tea chocolate candy, you know.
Was it bringing back memories of that one candy we had that we got the little
Yeah.
triangle of and we haven't done on the show because we can't find
Somebody
it.
find out what the fuck that is.
You have a picture of it, don't you? If you do, we need to translate it. We need to find out where we can get it. Matcha and cream, matcha and cream. We are little children who like matcha and cream. So in this is water, whole milk, sugar, whole milk powder, maltodextrin, green tea powder, cellulose gel, natural and artificial flavors, sucrose, fatty acid esters, carrageen,
Scotch milk squared.
protein hydrolyzed, corn made from corn and casein, sodium ascorbate, antioxidant, polyglycerol ester is a fatty acid. There's a lot of stuff in this. 120 calories. Did this look more filled than that, or did it look about the same?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
It looked like it would have been because I barely had any.
Yeah, I think it was because I took 2 big gulps or something.
Oh, more filled.
Yeah.
So they're going cheap on this one. It's not bad. What do you think? You've had a good amount of matcha green tea. Product.
It's very light on the matcha flavor. It's like, you know, when you have matcha and it's like a creamy matcha as opposed to like those bold flavors that some people prefer.
I almost got a little bit of a powdery residue in there.
I think overall I like that one.
The problem is going back to it, I still taste the matcha over this. So it makes that taste funky. But I know it's not that drink's fault, it's the matcha.
I don't think it's fine.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's just me then. Yeah, and this is $1 cheaper. So it's already sold me. I know, I know I make price a factor because, you know, if we lived in Japan, these probably wouldn't be that much difference in price. You know, this is probably going to be 50 cents more, maybe. You know what I mean? Or they could even be the same price. But because...
I think that it would be less, right? Because of their economy, right?
No, but they're considered specialty. No, I'm not talking about that. I mean, like, if you were to go to a vending machine in Japan, this would be a little cheaper than this still. Because this and this are, like, specialty things. Right?
Oh, compared to everything else.
Yeah. This would be like $1.50. This would be like This would be like 150 yen, and this would be like 200 yen.
Okay.
So 152 bucks. But the problem is this is $1 more expensive than that, and I'm being finicky and a little bit because you get more beverage. 260 milliliter versus 337, and to me that, you know, I care about, you know, the economics of it. And to be fair, this is a nicer. This tastes more refreshing. This is a little heartier. In a way. You know, if you're hurt for iced coffee, and you have your own container, your own cream and sugar, this is definitely the way to go at $4. Like, let's say you're out of town, let's say you're in Japan visiting, or let's say you are visiting where we live in California, and you see one of these stores, you know they have it here, and it's not super duper expensive, but I don't know. I think the economics of it in general is that, you know, for $3 you get 2 of these. That's almost one of these anyway, right? And then for 50 cents more, you get the sugar, the cream, you get the whole shebang.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's, to me, the economics still makes sense to go here, here, or here. And
That's tea.
I know. I'm saying for your morning beverage, or if you want iced coffee, you know, milk tea or something. But I still think these 3 are the best. The ones in the standard cans.
Yeah.
And I think, okay, so let's recalculate quickly our opinions here so we don't waste everybody's time at home. Really, of the regular black coffees, the regular coffee, the cheapest one per volume, was the best. Followed by the natural, and you didn't really care for the sugar. It's slightly sweet.
I hate this.
I am assuming this is slightly sweet. I could be wrong. Meeps, you want to translate that really quick just to make sure?
I can try.
And then I think of the flavored coffees, we liked the regular UCC milk coffee with milk the most. Then we're gonna put the milk tea next. Then it becomes down to these guys.
Artisanal coffee, fragrant, rich, deep,
Low sugar.
deep fried blend.
I think it means deep roasted, but okay. Yep. My reading of kanji is bad. I can read a few words. I can read some of it, but I get a headache after about 10 minutes of trying to read it.
012, so this is a 1 on the sweetness.
Okay, so this is slightly sweeter. And then there must be a sweeter one than this.
Please be careful not to get hurt when you think.
I don't think that's what it says, but I think that's a misread. But ultimately, okay, so this is... Okay, so what goes in third place, Meeps? Regular coffee, low sugar, and then the second tier is sweetness index, weak to strong. Yeah, so the one we don't have here, which they didn't have at the store, would have been sweeter than this. And this is good with milk.
Oh, look at that! It does say shake well.
But we did shake it, and it didn't taste any different.
Yeah, but you...
It probably shook up when I moved it and put it in the fridge.
You were making fun of me when I said to shake it. You said, oh, it doesn't say it anywhere. And I said, how do you know? You can't read that.
Okay, well, that's true. It didn't say it on the sticker, and usually the stickers say that. Okay, so Meeps, let's get back to brass tacks. So the pecking order for the black coffee is this, right? First, second, not so good, right? So
Yeah.
so that's these two. We have the regular UCC coffee with milk, followed by the milk tea. They're really tied.
Well, this isn't coffee then.
Well, no, but we're doing the canned stuff to buy the best that we
it's
like.
my favorite, but it's probably between these two as far as coffee.
Okay,
goes,
you
right?
want to? Okay, we'll stick with coffee then first. Okay, so if that. Well, what did you like more, the Kona or the Cafe Latte?
Oh, that's right. There was this bit.
There was this guy. You want to try it again? You want to try those two again? Oh, there's still some left because there's not much in that. I think we got robbed, Monsoon. We were robbed. Let me try him again, too. The more I drink of this, the less offensive it gets.
No, I still hate that one.
You hate that one? Let me...
I want to say it goes this, that, this.
But based on taste. Based on just taste alone and not expense, because I've had better Hawaiian coffee than that. So, do it that way. And then, of course, the milk tea, and this is kind of hiding in the background there.
I like the milk tea way more than I like the matcha latte.
Yeah. This to me is like more of a gimmick. If you like matcha, maybe this is big. But we saw a lot of matcha drinks, actually, like matcha teas, in bottles and cans, and that gotta be probably taste better than this, and they were cheaper than $2.50. So there you go. There it is. We're gonna be wired all day and all night because now we got all this coffee to drink. But there it is. I mean, at the end of the, you know what's funny? At the end of the day, all the specialty stuff that UCC's doing, their basic stuff is the best. The stuff they've been making forever.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like just a regular black coffee. This stuff that's been around since the late 60s. And then you've got like this guy. I don't know how long they've been making milk tea. That might be fun to look up sometime. But it looks like they've made it's got like an OG label on it almost. Like it's at least been around since the 80s maybe.
Yeah.
Or 90s. So that's pretty cool. I don't know about this Kona one though. I'm not feeling it. I don't know what it is, but it says contains no less than 10% Kona coffee. My whole thing is if you're gonna make, yeah, maybe, or just, and it is a blend, so it's not 100% Kona. It's a blend of Kona and something else, and probably the regular stuff. And maybe it just isn't, you know, for us. But I would say in support of just being in general, this could just be a preference thing because it's not disgusting, right? It wasn't like this. This was not good.
Mm.
So if somebody offered you this or this, you'd always take that.
Yes.
So, and like if people gave us that for free, we would still drink it because it's not the worst thing ever. But this is not good. I don't know, and I worry about the level 2, if that actually would help it or not. But it says, strangely enough, good with milk there, so maybe they're expecting you to mix it with milk.
Maybe.
But yeah, so that's the order. From these being separate categories, of course, of products. But what's your overall feel on UCC stuff? Go with their basic stuff. You know, I'm not feeling this. Yeah, you and I didn't really feel for the specialty stuff that they did so much as we just like the original stuff that they make. So sometimes spending more on your product isn't always the right answer. Just, you know, when you when you make something that just tastes good, you go for the basic and it just stays good from there on out. Oh, well, anyway. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Chocolatier, where live gaming action. Or if, you know, and, you know, if there's stuff you would like us to try that we might be able to find that's Japanese, or Taiwanese, or Korean, or, you know, anywhere in the South Pacific area, let us know, because we have lots of stores that specialize in that. We even might be doing some stuff from Mexico. We're talking about doing a few things we saw in the Mexican grocery store that we might try.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we have those around here, too. And a Peruvian grocery store I know is in Hondale, Carson somewhere. So there's some cool stuff out there for us to try and see what you know, and let you guys in on if it's worth, you know, the trip or not. For what it's worth. But yeah, there it is. So, I know something that's gonna get that coffee right out of me. Wait. I have to poo.
You do. I mean, that worked fast.
You must leave.
What?
No!
This is